Today we're talking about manifesting, my favorite topic. Trying a new setup here. Essentially, I was just working away at what I wanted to say, and then I was just like, I just need to turn on the camera and start going. And I changed out of my sweatpants. Basically, I feel like people think manifesting is like this magic. And I really think that's rooted in the fact that people don't really understand it. Like, how could this work? What does that even mean? But I don't know how a microwave works. Do you? But I do know that I can trust my microwave to pop me popcorn any night of the week. And it's always great. You may not understand manifesting, but I'm here to tell you it works. And once you see that popcorn, then you'll totally be on board with me. But I do know a few things about manifesting. Contrary to popular belief, manifesting isn't just, I want to be rich and happy repeatedly like 100 times a day, and then suddenly you're rich and happy. You really actually need to like believe it and like energetically align with it on a cellular level. I'm going to share with you guys some ways that I energetically call things in without writing, I want to be rich, I want to be happy 100 times. I call this MUSE work. You can call it relationship goals, you can call it life goals, you can call it career goals, you can call it boss goals, you can call, I don't know, hair goals, whatever these things are. Essentially, what I'm talking about is a muse or like someone that you look up to or even idolize. This person is like somebody or has something that you want to be or that you want to call in. It's someone that you admire. It doesn't need to be someone that you actually know. It could be someone that you've like seen on TV or that you've seen on the internet. The best thing about Instagram and YouTube nowadays is that you can fully watch someone's life like day to day, minute by minute from afar and not actually know them. This could also be a group of people. So it could be just not one person, but it could be an industry. Mine used to be more of a group until I actually found the person that I 100% want to embody. I like feel like it's so possible for me, and it like fully like showed me my vision right in front of me. It was the most incredible thing. I've now had Chris watch all her videos to show him like what I'm working towards for our future. Okay, so let's call this person your muse. The reason having a muse is helpful when you're manifesting and calling in this dream life of yours is that you're probably trying to call in something you've never had before or never been before. But by having this muse, it truly proves to yourself that it's possible. This exists, someone else has done it. It is 100% attainable for you. Why I love this is because, like I said before, you really need to be able to believe that it exists and trust in this process. And so by showing yourself that it already exists and that someone has already been there, it truly allows your body to be like, okay, cool, this is fully attainable. And that work is done. You don't need to worry anymore about, whether whether you can do it or not. You can totally do it. And now you believe in it. And now it's time to get on with it. When I think about opening up Kokomo, I had never done anything like this before. I was opening a restaurant. I had literally worked as like a server in a restaurant once. I knew nothing about managing in a restaurant or ordering or kitchens or anything. But I would say my friend Zach was like a massive muse for me in this. He was essentially where I was in that moment when I set that goal. Whenever I tell people that I want to open up a restaurant or a cafe, the first thing they would say is like, oh, do you have restaurant experience? And I would have to say no. And then I'd found that, like, honestly, this question would come up like every 3 days, that I continuously like kept checking back in with my goal and being like, can I do this? Like, I don't know. No one really thinks I can, because truly they didn't think I could. But then I'd meet with Zach like once a week and I'd be reminded of like everything he's done and accomplished. And he was exactly where I was at one point. Having a muse is like being able to copy someone. It also gives you this blueprint. I was able to not only like see him in real life accomplish what I wanted to accomplish, but I could ask him all the questions. And you can go on Instagram, you can go back in YouTube videos to really see how someone got to where they are now. I ended up doing the exact same loan program as him. I had the same mentorship style as him, and so on. Truly, I copied him, but you don't need to feel bad about that. Like, if you look at our two businesses, they are completely different. Having a muse creates blueprints for our mind to A, know that it's possible, and B, know how to get there. By continuing to connect in with your muse in real life or watch them on YouTube or watch them on Instagram, it just continues to remind yourself of like where you want to go. And if you've watched my previous video, you make 35,000 subconscious decisions each day. And so by reflecting on your goals or by keeping a close eye on your muse, it allows your subconscious to just remember like where you want to head, so that when it makes those little decisions in a day, you really have given it like a North Star to make decisions towards. So make sure you're following your muse on Instagram. Make sure you're setting those coffee dates up with your muses in your industry. Make sure you're subscribed to their YouTube channel. Whatever that is, where you can continue to remind yourself of the place that you want to get to. Again, I talked a little bit about this in my last video. How you can continue to even more energetically align yourself with your muse is by showing up in the same places, becoming a part of their energetic field, and actually eventually aligning with their energy. My favorite example of this is Kim Kardashian, obviously. When you think about Kim and her journey, it's no secret, she's always wanted to be famous. She's the first to tell you about this famous endeavor of hers, and clearly she has achieved that. When she first started out, she was a stylist for Paris Hilton. You know, she was doing all this grunt work, but she was hanging out in that circle. She was going to those same parties. She was wearing the clothes, even if she probably couldn't afford them at the time. She fully aligned with those energies of that environment before she even became the Kim K that we know today. Okay, one more story. It's also about a celebrity. So there's this one celebrity that continues to show up in my peripheral. We don't even live in the same city or the same country, but no joke, like if I go out for dinner, he'll be at the table over. If I go on vacation, I'll look out the window of the car and he's on the bike next to me. If I meet someone new, they're friends with him. If I go out for coffee, he's like finishing up at the cafe. It's so bizarre, like no joke. Everywhere I go, this person is just a part of my life. He has no idea. He's probably not recognizing me. I had this like shift one day after I had literally seen him like three times in one day. And I guess what came over me was this feeling of like, whoa, pure potentiality fully exists. Anything is possible. It just hit me one day. And I think the reason I had that shift and that realization was, I was like, here's someone who I look to, who has like lots of money, who has had lots of success in life, who lives in this beautiful home, like has these really abundant, beautiful things, like physical, I can see them there. He has lots of abundance in his life and things that I would love to attract in. I was like, wait, hold on. Like we're actually in the same energetic field. We share friends, we share environments, we have a very similar energy, clearly. It just like hit me. I was like, wait, hold on. If he can have that, I can have that. He is no different than me. Clearly, we're literally like arm to arm all the time. I was on a high, probably still riding it right now. And actually, now that I think about it, that was the same week that like crazy amount of manifestation came into my life. Again, if you heard me in my last video, how someone I met on the street 2 days later like offered up my dream life to me. And I really think it was because I was like at that frequency with the universe and so energetically aligned with like everything that I wanted to call in. Anything was possible. I fully believed in anything at like a cellular level. Well, I've just like winged it right now. So I hope you guys have found this useful. It's kind of wild to like share the things that I think, or I don't even realize I think them, but then trying to get them onto paper and then to create them into a digestible way of communicating it to you guys has been such a unique experience to me. And I think it's also allowed me to just get really clear on what are the practices that I do every day. Please give me a like. Comment below if you already know who your muse is and if you've had any success with that. Thanks guys, have a great day.